Hello and welcome back to Pendor. We're in a siege against one of these castles on the outskirts of Salian territory, and I thought I'd just come in here because if I have to suffer through these wonderful, wonderful bagpipes, I don't have a problem with bagpipe music in general, but the soundtrack of this is not so not so good because it plays on repeat. That's the whole point. It plays on repeat. That's the entire reason. Anyway, the point is, I'm hopeful that I'm actually going to be able to hopefully just kind of utilize some of my ranged ability here, and hopefully we'll be able to get some decent kills. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I'm actually getting any right now, so I may have to just re-target a little bit here. But yeah, the main problem is that there's one ladder, from what I can tell. Yes, there's literally one ladder in this entire siege. And this is going to be a huge problem for us, but maybe not. If I can actually murder as many... yes, this is the reason why I'm saying that, because I just get shot multiple times. Okay, so here we go. Maybe I can actually just kill some of the archers here, and if we can just, you know, take out a couple of these guys, they're not really going to have a very easy time of killing my troops. And hopefully my troops will then be able to get on to the battlements. That's the hope here. You know, cross fingers and all that. Anyway, let's just see. There we go. There's another one. I was kind of hoping I'd do a little bit more damage there, but that's all right. It's kind of, oh, okay, come on. There we go. We got him. Nice. Okay. So my forces, cross fingers, should hopefully be able to get in here. I'm actually wondering, wait a minute. There's a staircase here. What? I have never seen this before in my life. Does it lead anywhere? Oh, are you serious? Oh, I was actually really hoping that it would actually lead somewhere fun. But no, it doesn't. That is very sad. I thought to myself, oh, they actually put an alternate route into the castle. That would have been absolutely amazing. And really fun, actually, but no, they did not do that. So now I am somewhat disappointed, but oh well, never mind. I guess it's me just literally having wishful thinking there, because I was just thinking to myself, yes, please, can we have something else? You know, just something else. Anyway, I'm actually just going to tell these forces just to hold fire for the moment so that they can actually move forward, because otherwise we're just going to have a stalemate right here. Over and over again. Let's tell them to fire at will now. Get once more. And hopefully I will not get myself killed in the meantime. Yes. Okay, this guy needs to... Oh, no. You know what? I'm just going to get out of here. Hello, friends. Okay, yeah, never mind. Goodbye. They are just busy. Oh, what? Really? Okay, this is very strange. This is a weird situation to be in, because I'm thinking to myself, what are these halberdiers doing? They're just kind of standing there, not doing much. So that's rather nice. Oh, no one up here, but there are arrows. Hello there, arrows. Very good. Haha. That's absolutely perfect. So, actually, do I care? Oh, yeah, I do. Hello there. Yes, this is perfect. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, I'm going to get shot multiple times here. This is really bad, actually. Oh, no. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Yep. I have a really bad... Yep. Never mind. I'm not doing that. That is just a death trap right there. It's just like a... It's a trap in general, basically, because they're trying to basically get you to shoot at them, you know, and obviously because the AI only has your head, basically, to fire against, they're probably just going to be firing at that every single time you pop your head out, and it's just going to be dead instantly. So kind of hoping that maybe I can just attack a couple of these guys, at least in cover somewhat, which is definitely making a big difference. Unfortunately, it seems as though I am now no longer able to hit that fellow. No, we got him. No, we haven't killed him. We hit him in the shoulder. He would not technically be able to fire now, but yeah, he's just doing it. Oh, and we got ourselves killed. Yeah, that is the inevitability, unfortunately, when you go in there with such a small amount of HP, because we just got chipped away. That was the main problem there, just getting chipped away over and over again. Anyway, did we actually do anything? We've killed 200 troops. I mean, I think we can probably win this, but there's another 200 to go.
Could we hold it? Wait just a minute, please.
And there it is. That is a victory for us. Our forces did manage to finally get beyond the stairs. The main problem that our enemies were having is that these stairs are super, super steep, as you can see. And this basically just gave us an artificial height advantage. So all of our archers from our CKO, they were basically just tearing the enemy apart in almost every single sense of the word. Anyway, unfortunately, we did end up losing 19. One of those, wait a minute. No, 4 of those, in actual fact. 4 of those were Biscuit Sergeants, which obviously is a pretty big hit, because I don't really have the ability to train them up super, super quickly at the moment. So that's obviously a bit of a problem. Anyway, hopefully we're going to be able to... Ooh, hello there, Seer Favorites. Come over. Thank you very much. I obviously love those because they do become Doom Guides, and I think Doom Guides are super fun. Anyway, let me see. Is there anything else that we can get here? Well, we could go for some Heretic Worshippers, I suppose. They will eventually become something pretty cool. And we could go for some Dashar Raiders. I don't really care too much about the Singalian Spearmen or anything like that. But there are a bunch of other people here, but I'm just not going to take those because we do have our Mercenary Company here as well. I think that makes most sense to just give them that. We could go for Roland here. I'm thinking maybe we want to give this to Roland. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, so Rain technically would probably do the best job here because he already owns Marlians, and that's a really, really close town to this castle. But there's also another castle that I think may be better for him. So I'm thinking we'll just give this to Roland. He's going to be a very, very good vassal in general anyway. And I'd like him to have the ability to have, you know, just larger things, you know, larger armies and so on and so forth. But yeah, look at this. Harengoth Castle is the one that I'm thinking of for whoever... I forget their names now. Not Roland, the other one. What? Rain. That's it. They both start with R. So I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Which one's which? Yes, that happens to me quite often. Anyway, let's have a look here. Okay, so they have 415 in here. I actually find it quite funny. I don't know whether you've noticed this so far, but the the ability once you have your own faction to just say no to a peace agreement. And I think that's very funny because if you think about it, you know, I mean, that's technically how it could be in a, you know, sort of realistic situation, you know. If you're at war against someone and you go, oh, would you mind stopping attacking for you know, 30 days or something? And then the other faction's just like, no, we're winning. We're not going to go with that peace agreement. And that kind of makes sense from a hilarious kind of standpoint, because obviously, you know, if you think about it from a game standpoint, well, we're basically just absolutely destroying them in every single respect, which is cool in my opinion. You know, that's cool. That's good. That's good for us. You know, it's good for us. We're expanding our territory. We're able to make sure that the enemy vassals are not gathering their forces as you know, as viciously as they possibly could. You know, we're keeping them relatively low in terms of the amount of high tier troops that they have. Oh, I just got killed by one of those Salian Knights. Of course I did. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Me getting killed doesn't really matter in this case. I mean, we've won this very, very, very easily. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, in Bannerlord, this is very different because you have the impact of your vassals to take into account. And I think that that's one of those things that you really do have to be very aware of when you play Bannerlord in comparison to Warband, because when you create your own faction, you think to yourself, okay, I always have, obviously in Bannerlord you do get a huge amount of extra control over how you, you know, deal with things in your faction. So for example, you can always override your vassals in regards to fief rewards and awarding fiefs to various people. So obviously, yeah, that's great. However, when it comes down to policy and making peace and so on, usually the vassals tend to weigh in really, really heavily there. They tend to weigh in and they tend to really make a huge difference in every single decision that is made regarding peace and regarding policies. So you have to either get really, really lucky, or you have to foster good relationships with your vassals. That's going to be extremely important. I mean, you can see here, look at this. I'm receiving yet another peace agreement. How many times have they offered me peace? Well, they've offered me peace a number of times off screen, and you've seen them offer peace, I don't know, 4 or 5 times already. So this is crazy, because obviously from a Bannerlord perspective, my vassals would have just forced me into a peace agreement right here. And then we'd be like, oh, well, I won't be able to fight anyone for another 30 days or so. Well, it very much depends, obviously, if you declare war against someone else. But, I find that quite a funny comparison and quite amusing, because it is literally just... it's literally just us refusing. We just go, no, I'm sorry, I would like to continue attacking you. Yes, that's the whole vibe that gives. I think that is very, very amusing. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Well, I don't even know. There's 420, right? 420, I think, something like that here. I don't know. But yeah, we will hopefully be fine as well. Let me just do this. Spread these guys out. Spread these fellows out. And I think the infantry can probably just stand the way they are, because obviously we'd like them to try and block for each other as much as possible. And obviously the enemy vassals that are inside here will probably have quite a few troops, so I'm going to assume that we're not only going to be fighting 420, I think we're probably going to be fighting something much more than that. Don't know why, but I'm always absolutely terrible with my bow from a low elevation in Warband. I don't know why. I used to actually be pretty good with the bow, but I seem to be... I can't see it, you see. I can't see the direction of the arrow and where it's going, because we have a dark sky at the moment. That's the thing that's mostly causing the problem. Oh, there's a headshot. Okay, well, that doesn't really save me at all. It doesn't really redeem me that much, because it's like, well, you've just shot off 24 arrows and you've only killed 3 people. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, there's another headshot. Maybe I'm getting a little bit more used to this particular elevation right here. Maybe we can actually do something. Obviously, as you may or may not know, I'm not actually that big a fan of using the zoom-in function. The zoom-in function for me is something that is a very mixed bag. I actually don't like it at all, because from my perspective, it actually makes me less accurate. I'm not sure whether this is actually intended, because that seems like it would be very counterintuitive, but it's Warband we're talking about, it's Mount and Blade. Maybe it is counterintuitive just for the sake of it, I don't know. But here's the thing. When you hold shift, you'd think, oh yeah, I'm getting a closer view on things, that means I'm going to be more accurate, right? No, because what happens is the crosshair becomes much wider. Don't know whether you've noticed that. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Because I have made comments on this before, and I thought it was actually quite interesting at that point, but some of the time it just becomes extremely irritating, because you have these situations where, you're like me right now, where you have, 370? I think I have 370 in archery or something like that, in proficiencies, and you think, oh, I should have insane accuracy, I should have... I've got good power draw as well. I think I've what 7 in power draw, 8 in power draw. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm doing pretty well in regards to stats. And most of the time, if you're playing base game or something like that, you're never really gonna have such a high amount unless you're playing really, really late game, obviously. But generally, because of the addition of the potions and the elixirs and things like that, obviously that's going to make a huge difference to your overall character's progression. But what I'm saying is, when you do that, and when you, like for example, look at this. The crosshair is so much tighter, and if I could actually see, because obviously it's nighttime right now, but if I could actually see, I'd probably hit these guys pretty easily. But the way it is right now, let me just actually pick up a couple of arrows here, but the way it is right now with the zoom-in function, this also happens in Bannerlord, by the way. It's a common problem, or at least I think it's a problem. I don't know. It's probably intended, let's face it. But look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Look at the crosshair. It's so incredibly weird. I know that it's supposed to maybe give you some kind of disadvantage for having a clearer view on the opponent. but it just seems weird to me to have that be a thing. Anyway, what's actually happening here? Are we not moving? Why are we not moving? Are you serious right now? Are we seriously just standing here? Oh wow, I could. Okay, you know what?
I am so sorry to keep you waiting.
Alright, so we actually finally moved the siege tower to the walls, because let's face it, I actually thought that my forces were already doing that, or automatically doing that. I thought I placed them in the right positions, but apparently not. Now at least we are at the walls and we're trying to obviously get inside, so let's see if we can actually do that. Unfortunately we can't attack from behind this time around, so we won't have that much penetration, but we can just hope, you know, we can just hope. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of a distraction that we can go for here, and then maybe we'll be able to do something. But I'm going to try to help out from the front here. Just going to try to make sure that we distract them a little bit, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to sneak on by. I'm highly doubting that's going to be the case. As you can see, I'm actually getting shot pretty drastically here. Oh, hello. Oh, really? Oh, okay. This is weird. Not sure why that's happening. Okay. They're letting me do this. I am very confused right now. Not sure why they would let me do this, but okay. If you want to, then I will take it. That was some free damage right there. Ow. There's Baron Godric himself. I knew that he was going to come up there. That fellow with the cape. I knew it. I knew he was a fellow not to be messed with, but, well, as you could quite clearly tell, he really wanted to mess with us. And, well, he did. He certainly did. Anyway, I'm thinking we're probably going to be fine. We would have been in here so much earlier, to be honest, which is actually kind of sad, but it happens. It happens. And I mean, we kind of want to do this. We kind of have to do this because it is a siege tower. I don't really want to retreat and come back in, because then we're going to have to build a siege tower again. It's going to take another 48 hours, which is going to be just, kind of annoying. I'd really love to actually take King Ulrich prisoner again, if at all possible, because he just literally gives us so much cash. And if we can do that, I'll be able to go to Laria, speak to the Guildmaster, get my wonderful pouch of diamonds, and then I can hopefully find the NPC that allows us to buy the Mines of Al-Aziz map, and finally get my rune weapon. And I've actually received word from someone in the comments that the rune hammer, the rune weapon that was added through the arsenal of Al-Aziz, the submod, is really good. And I kind of thought, hey, you know what? I'm probably going to be going for something like that. The only reason why I wouldn't go for a blunt weapon is purely for the fact that I may not want to take prisoners in a siege situation. Because knocking prisoners, well, shall we say knocking enemies unconscious, just means that if there is a war of attrition, so for example, if you have to retreat and then come back to that particular target later on, then you're going to have more troops to fight than if you were to use a sharp or piercing weapon. So, or a cutting, shall we say, cutting or piercing weapon. So that's the only reason why I would not use a blunt weapon, but otherwise, blunt weapons, in my opinion, are far and away probably my favorite. Very much depends, obviously, on which one you're going to be able to use, because let's face it, some of them are just terrible. But most of the time, they're going to do so much damage, and they're going to be pretty easy to use as well. I remember one time I was actually doing some live streams on Bannerlord itself, and I think it was like the base game with just a couple of mods added. It wasn't really anything, no total conversion or anything like that. Had a huge amount of fun actually doing those, by the way, but here's the thing. I started using a sledgehammer. Right, a sledgehammer. And you'd think to yourself, wait a minute, a sledgehammer? That is such a terrible weapon. You'd think that, right? Well, I thought that too. However, that is actually not the case. The sledgehammer is a really strong weapon. If you get a little bit used to how it swings, you get a little bit used to how the arc is when you're on a mount, you get used to the speed and everything. It's really good, actually. It is surprisingly good. and it did very well for me. It really did. Anyway, there's another 100 enemies to fight, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Well, there you have it. We have achieved victory. It took us another, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that to just get through those guys. And as you can see, we actually ended up losing yet more really, really good troops, including my biscuit sergeants. I can't believe it. Oh well, never mind. We're going to have to pay some kind of toll to be able to get through this, because this is indeed a siege tower. This fellow actually does... Oh, this is the fellow that literally killed me. That is so funny. Good-natured. He is good-natured, so I'm actually going to be letting him go right now. Technically, I could have taken him prisoner and then tried to persuade him to join us. That is one thing that we could have potentially tried. And considering the fact that we... I think they don't actually have a lot of fiefs remaining. We may have actually been successful in getting him, but... Oh well, never mind. I can't really, there's no sort of thing to go about, if or whatever, I don't really want to say that. So we're going to give this to Lord Rain once again, because he is literally just the closest to the ruler of this. So for example, he owns Talon Castle, Marlians, and Harengoth Castle, and that's it. That's probably all he's going to be getting from now on. And then if we are able to take Seven Cross Keep, we'll give that to probably Anson, because, Anson actually does need some things, doesn't he? It's been a while since we've actually provided him some fiefs, or shall we say some new fiefs. And let's actually see what's going on here. The Empire is actually still attacking. Oh, there's King Ulrich himself. Hello there, sir. Do you want to attack? Why are you attacking me? Are you okay, sir? Oh, you absolute imbecile. Oh, I can't believe he did that. Oh, yeah, I can actually believe he did that, but oh well, never mind. I was actually kind of hoping that he would literally just run into me, super brain dead style. I don't know why I don't know why he was wanting to do that, but sure. Okay, I apparently am not going to be taking Seven Cross Keep, because I'm not going to be going in there with King Ulrich and all the others in there, that's for sure. That is way too harsh for my liking. However, we could potentially go and take Avendor. That's one thing that we could try to take. Probably give that to Sir Roland, actually. That's probably going to be the thing that we'll go for, but as I say, I'd love to get King Ulrich once again taken prisoner, because he just gives so much cash from his ransom, and it's going to make a huge difference to us overall. Anyway, once again, more strength for Kavera. I want her to hit like an absolute truck. That is going to be really, really good for her. And hopefully we can just level up some of these guys too. Avendor, I'm actually not entirely sure. I think it probably has a pretty significant garrison, so I'm not really confident about going in there, but who knows, maybe we'll be okay. Anyway, as you can see, this is my stat line at the moment. I actually don't really like this stat line. I feel like I am lacking quite a few things, even though I'm actually not. The only thing that I could really go for is maybe some increased inventory management. And as it stands, I don't know whether that's the most useful thing for me to go for. I think it probably is, because everything else requires, well, multiples of 3. And I mean, I could go for tactics, but that is probably not that useful. I could go for athletics as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just go for the inventory management, I suppose. That's another 12 slots for any potential loot, which is actually quite good, I guess. It's quite nice, because then we're going to be able to take even more wonderful armaments and things like that we can actually sell for a decent amount. Okay, yeah. So we've got heretic sacrifice people right over there. Don't have to worry about them too much. Who's this fellow? Lord Eric. He likes us a lot. He's just going to be running over to Avendor. Yeah, the problem with the vassals now is that they're literally going to be doing this. They're going to run all over the place and try to get away. And actually, can these... Oh, it's a siege tower. No, why is it a siege tower? Oh, this is terrible. Okay, where is Sir Timothy? Where are you, sir? There he is. Okay. Who's that guy? I have no idea who that guy is. He has 183 troops, though. I'm a little bit worried about him, to be honest. I would kind of prefer if he would just go away. That would be nice. But he is... he's kind of sticking around there. Yeah, he's kind of sticking... Is that Duke Brennus? That might be Duke Brennus. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised. He does tend to turn up in the places that he's not really wanted, but oh well, never mind. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, every single week I am losing 5,000 or around that number. And that's not bad. It's not bad, but it would be really, really good if we would have something a little bit more, well, you know, because I really want to get that pouch of diamonds. You know, that pouch of diamonds is going to be so incredibly useful. Okay, so here we go. Let's actually do something really good this time, okay? Really, really good this time. So let's move my infantry forward. Let's move my cavalry forward a little bit, and then we'll just get them to spread out. And can we actually start moving these guys? Can you actually move? Yes, there we go. They are actually moving it. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. This is what we want. Very good. And we are actually getting kills. Look at that. This is exactly what I wanted to have happen before, and obviously I just didn't do it. You know, I was just being an absolute imbecile. Anyway, let me see if I can get some kills here. Well, these guys are really not defending themselves very well. I'm actually quite surprised. I mean, they've got a load of halberdiers over there as well. So it's going to be pretty easy for us to snipe them, or at least I hope so. This bow feels really fast, but obviously I know that the sapphire bow, for example, is literally like a machine gun, so it would be kind of cool to get my hands on that, but obviously not as the first weapon. I don't think as the first weapon, at least. That's probably not going to be something I'm going to be going for. But yeah, we are absolutely slaughtering everything right now. Look at that, we've already killed 60 enemies. And I think we're probably going to be able to get inside here quite simply as well. We're not going to have too many issues with that, I think. Most of the enemy does seem to be quite spread out. And I think that's really going to make a huge difference. I kind of want to destroy this guy's shield. Oh, never mind. He just got sniped. That was nice. Alright. Well, seems like this is it. Yep, there you go. Alright, wait a minute, wait a minute. It does everything... Everything feels much faster than it usually does. I'm not sure why. I guess it's because the siege tower usually takes, 10 years to move to the walls. But yeah, this time around, no, we seem to be doing very, very swiftly indeed. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me just go this way. Kill this guy along the way, kill this one, and then just turn around and help our forces out. Here we go. Murder them. Kill that guy. Yes. Okay, I've just got to be careful about things behind us. That's basically... Oh, you halberdier. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what's going on here. These guys literally will just hit you from nowhere. Look at how much damage this guy just did. That was insanity right there. Okay, well, that really hurt. I'm going to get shot and killed now. What do you bet? What do you bet? It's probably going to happen. The enemy is all the way over there. Oh, wow, that's a lot of archers. A lot of archers just spawned down in the courtyard. I'm not really going to be able to do too much here, unfortunately. So, the only thing I can do is pull out my arrows and try to shoot them back, but I don't really kill things, unfortunately. As you can see, I literally don't kill things in one hit, which is the main problem. So, I'm going to have to just try my best. And I guess I can kind of kill them somewhat, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to get shot. Almost certainly at some point. But maybe we can kill a couple in the meantime. I'm going to get shot by some of these guys, that's for sure. Some of the respawning ones. Oh yeah. I know their game. Oh yes, I know their game. They are ready and very willing to take us out. Not to dinner, but, the other way. The murderous way. Murderous. Yes, very, very murderous indeed. But, oh, I hit a friendly troop. What? I thought I switched my weapon. Okay. Never mind. Apparently I hit a friendly troop. Well, there's only so much I can prevent Barney from doing that. Let's just say that. Let's not talk of it ever again. Alright, wait a minute. There is a chance. Aha. There we go. We got some wonderful arrows. And that's it? Really? Yeah, only 40. Well, that's going to be enough. I'm probably going to die before we get to spend them all, to be honest. Let's face it. These guys are not actually firing at me, which is really, really good. Is that Sir Timothy, by the way, on the left there? I think so. I think he's actually still up. Oh, I just shot one of the Knights of the Unicorn. Never mind. Alright, well that's really helpful, isn't it? Yeah, that's super, super helpful. That's such a classic. It's a classic move by me right there. Absolutely. Well, we should be fine though. I've got 40 kills so far. I'm actually kind of hoping... I was kind of hoping maybe we'd get an opportunity to try and get 100 kills. I still need to check to see whether there is actually an achievement for 100 kills, because the last time that I played Pendor, you know, where I actually got these achievements, I seem to recall that there was one. And that's kind of the reason why I was like, you know, pretty excited about that previous that previous siege where we actually did get 150. And I'm just gonna, you know, run down here real fast. I did that totally on purpose. Totally on purpose, of course. If I hadn't said that in that way, then you'd probably have believed it. But no, now everyone knows. Everyone knows that I'm totally not doing that on purpose. Oh well, never mind. I'm probably gonna get murdered here. Oh, this guy from behind us. I actually thought to myself, why is this fellow behind us right there? I have no idea why, but there you go. Alright, well, there's only so much I can do. We're going to have to wait for quite some time. Oh no. How much time do you think is going to be, is going to pass here? I don't even know, actually. Let me take a note of it, and I'll tell you when we come back.
I could only stand there, waiting.
Well, that seems to be just about it. It took us about 12 minutes to get through all of these troops. There's actually 767 of them, actually, that have been eliminated. And I actually noticed something just outside the walls as I, as I noticed that we were getting to the end of this. This guy. He has literally been here this entire time. He has literally not done anything. I mean, I think he has used his arrows. Yes, he has used his arrows, so I think that that's the best that he could probably do, because he has literally gotten himself stuck somehow. But I thought that was very funny, because it's literally just one of them all the way out there. I was literally just looking here, and then all out of the corner of my eye, I was like, wait a minute, look at that guy. He's all the way over there. What's he doing? Anyway, we were able to achieve victory. 79 renown was our reward for that, which is pretty good. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. And yeah, now let's see what we actually get. Well, we're obviously gonna, you know, let this guy go. And we're just gonna see. No, wow, okay, pretty terrible stuff. But what about? Oh yeah, give me some of these. Very nice. Give me some Seer Initiates as well. Rogue Blackheart Knights. We could go for some Heretic Worshippers as well. That's it? Okay. It feels... I don't know. That feels kind of bad, actually. It feels kind of bad that they didn't really have anything super, super good. I mean, obviously, I'm not really expecting them to have the best of the best. But I was kind of expecting a little bit better than that. Anyway, I'm going to be giving this to Roland, because he has the castle closest to this, and that makes the most sense. So that's what he's going to do. And we can finally go into a marketplace. Can you believe it? Wow, look at that. It's been a while since we've been into a marketplace. And let's actually just purchase some of this stuff right here, just to kind of top ourselves up somewhat. And we can go into the tavern here as well if we want to. Wow, there's basically nothing here. All right, well, that's great. Oh, there is actually... Oh, I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that there's actually a castle right there. Oh, okay. Seems like we're going to have to take that one as well. Ooh, bunch of Doom Guides leveled up. That's nice. How many Biscuit Sergeants do I actually have remaining as well, by the way? I have no idea. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? So we're going to have to find that out. Yeah, I have 5 Doom Guides now. I think I must have lost the rest, which is actually very sad. But anyway, Biscuit... I've only got 5! I only have 5 Biscuit Sergeants remaining. That's terrible. I thought... Wow, okay. I actually had, I think, 20 or so when we first began our, you know, enormous attacking of everyone around here. And now look at us. Now look at us. We're literally running around with basically a skeleton crew of Biscuit Sergeants, which is very sad indeed. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so finally, Salian and the Empire have made peace. This fellow wants to fight me, but not when I'm close to Sir Timothy. Of course he doesn't. That is absolutely fine, sir. I understand the struggle. And this is what's currently in there. 472. Wow, okay. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to take this off screen. I'm going to take Mistmire Castle off screen, and then we'll just give it to Roland or whatever, and then we'll probably try and eliminate Sarlian in the next episode. I think that sounds like a pretty fun idea, and if we can, I would like to be able to take more of them prisoner, just so that we can actually start getting the Mines of Al-Aziz unlocked. That's extremely important to me at the moment, and I would love to be able to accomplish that. But I just don't have enough cash, you see. I just don't have enough cash. So it would be wonderful if we could actually, you know, sort that out. So, not sure. This is the reason why I recommended that you get about 500k or something like that before you actually start your own faction. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.